What's up, Tipsies? This is Twyla's Tipsy Travels, and this is a new installment of The Bachelorette Round, Brown, and Abroad edition. Okay, so, yeah. Probably gonna be doing 2 videos almost back to back because I've been procrastinating on posting the first video. So the first video is about the Beast, and that was a few weeks ago, and then there seemingly was nothing in between until today, but that's a lie. There has been someone that I have seen about three times, but for now, I want to keep that situation to myself. It's not bad, but I'm just, you know, some things I gotta keep to myself, and for now, I'm keeping that one to myself. So now we have who would this be? Hashtag the Albanian? Maybe? Possibly? I don't know. I feel like I want to give him another name. Hashtag puppy dog eyes. Maybe. Ooh, or hashtag case of the X. It's really hard. I can't really decide. But he is young. And going back on that, so there was this hilarious video that someone posted on my Facebook page because it reminded her of me. And it's this woman doing a TikTok video where she's pretending to be a sales rep for Cougars International, and she said that basically the customer who had called in needing assistance was that her what is she? Cub. So there's the cougar and then there's the cub, the man who, you know, she's having relations with. So her cub was like losing a little bit of energy and stamina. And then she said that, oh, he's 35. He's aged out of the cub. And so she was just like, oh, we can give you a, you know, like a booster, whatever, like to get his situation going. Or we can, you know, match you up with a new cub. And the woman goes for a new cub, of course. And she's like, well, we have a 28-year-old with this, and this. And then she's like, and we also have a 23-year-old who, you know, lacks experience but makes up for it in enthusiasm and stamina or whatever. And so the customer asks for both both the 28-year-old and the 23-year-old. And it just kind of got me to thinking, my age preference on my dating apps are, it like the youngest is 29. That's what I had it at. And curiosity and that video kind of was like, let me just inch that a little lower. And so I moved it to 23, just thinking of what she said, even though in all honesty I should probably put it at like 25. But I'm kind of glad I put it at 23 because, okay, so I've been getting, when I put it immediately, like ping, 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 like, you've got this many likes. I go, oh, the young men are ready. So I'm like, okay. And then there's some that are just like, okay, you look like a child. Like, I can't. You literally look like a child. So we're gonna go ahead and swipe left on you because you look like a baby. But there's other ones because some of these guys age like avocados. And a lot of them think I'm lying about my age. They think I look way younger. We kind of meet in the middle. By the way, for anyone who doesn't know, I am 42, soon to be 43 in November. So we kind of meet somewhere in the middle. So, I mean, if they look my age or close to my age, who cares? So anyway, I've had a lot of guys that I've like, okay, all right, and talking to some of them, and I came across one. Today is Tuesday. I think I matched with him on Sunday. And then we got to talking more. We matched on Sunday and decided we wanted to meet on Monday. He actually was ready to meet on Sunday, and I'm like, no. And then late, and I'm like, no. Look here, young cub. When you reach my age, you do not at 8 o'clock make plans to go out at 10. No. I said, it's once I'm out, I can stay out. I can rally till late. Oh, this past week I rallied till like 3 a.m. twice. Oof. So I can rally, but I need to be out already. Like, get me about the latest that I am willing to leave out the house is like 8, maybe 9. If there's really good incentive, but for the most part, it's 8 o'clock. That's the latest I'm willing to leave the house. But you still got to give me prior warning. Like, we need to set this up. If I'm leaving at the house by 8 or even 9, you got to let me know by 5 or 6. So he was trying to tell me at like 8:30, oh, I'm out of town, but I'll be back in an hour. We can meet at 10. I'm like, no. But I'm gonna let you know how this works early on with us older ladies. You got to know. So anyway, make a long story short, we're just like, okay, how about tomorrow, which was yesterday, Monday. And just like, how about tomorrow? Okay, perfect. So my Airbnb host, and we went to Loch Lomond, which was lovely. And then he started messaging me like, hey, would you want to meet up? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, hey, let's do, I don't know, I think it was 7, or he said 7, and we said he lives on the east side, I live on the west side. Let's meet in the middle at the city center. And I said, I get out at the Queen Street station, meet me there. And so that's what happened. Now, he's 24, but he looks way older. Definitely in like at least his mid-30s, but I'd push it a little further. Tall, like 6, he said he's like 6'1" or 6'2", which I believe because he is tall. Not skinny, not buff, not chubby. He's that in between. Just not like muscle definition, but not scrawny, but not fat. So he's just like that very nice in between. And did I mention again that he's 24? 24. And he's going to school to be a civil engineer. And we walked to a bar that was quite a ways away, and he didn't drink, and I guess he said that he raged when he was younger, but that now I guess seems unnecessary. He just doesn't care to like drink and get wasted or whatever. And he was just this very, I mean, he talked, but he's just more quiet, reserved, serious young man. Which I could kind of tell that when we were chatting back and forth. Like, this isn't some immature, childish 24-year-old. Like, he acts like a grown man. Like, a little more mature than some of these older guys that I've talked to since I've been here. So I'm like, okay, 24-year-old. And side note, like, I showed up not even trying to impress, because a few days before, I had matched with a kind of dorky dude, which I'm done trying to match with dorky dudes. I matched with a dorky dude, but like, you could tell he was kind of dorky, but at the same time, cute enough. He's cute enough. So I'm like, okay, I'll give him a shot. So, and he stood me up. So I got stood up. Like, I didn't realize it. I should have checked my phone after I got out of the shower. I really should have, before I started getting ready, putting on makeup or whatever, and I didn't check it. And then I should have at least checked it before I left the house. Didn't check it. Should have checked it before I got on the train. Didn't check it. Then when I'm on the train to the city center, I realized that I hadn't screenshot his picture to send it to my Airbnb host, because, you gotta be safe out in these streets, in these dating streets. And so I went to Tinder to go and screenshot it and realized this mofo had unmatched me. So once someone unmatches you, it deletes your whole conversation. He was gone into the ether. Like, oh. Like, I know that I didn't just get stood up by a dweeb. I was so hot. And that had happened in Madeira, where it was this guy. He was definitely quirky looking, a little dorky, and I was like, but he was cute enough. And I'm like, and you could tell he was short. He was going to be a little guy. But I like to give people a chance, because I'm always discriminated against by my size. And so it's one thing if I have zero attraction, like there's nothing about you that I find attractive in the least, then no, I'm not going to swipe right on you and give you a shot, because I feel like there still needs to be attraction there, at least initial attraction. And so I felt like there was some, they were cute. They were cute enough. And so I feel the same way. Like, if you think I'm cute, like, if you truly think I'm cute, give me a shot. Don't be like, oh, well, she's a little heavy. She's cute, but she's a little heavy, and I don't think I can. Like, really? Really? If there's some attraction there, go for it. That's what I think. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. If you feel that there's an attraction, go for it. So anyway, so I went for it with these two, and they both stood me up. The one, he just disappeared. We made it to swapping phone numbers and using WhatsApp, me and the guy from Madeira, and then he ghosted me before our date. And so I don't know if these guys are just socially awkward, and once they actually come across a woman who is actually willing to meet them, like they usually don't get anybody who's willing to meet them. They finally get someone who's willing to meet them, and they're just like, oh, and then they bounce, or what? I don't know what the deal is, but I was too through, looking cute, ready. And so I just went to the city center and walked around. It was a Saturday night, and it was jam-packed. And but it was great. It was great, because Leave It to the Scots to make you feel a little good, make you feel good about yourself when you're kind of like ticked off. Because one guy, 20-something, him and his friend are walking by. They look a little rough around the edges, but he's just like, you all right? Which is their, hey, how you doing? He's like, yeah, good. He's just like, he said something like, you're looking mighty, or you're looking lovely tonight. And I go, oh, thanks. And then I was walking by a bar that was jam-packed, and the music was playing, and there was a group of guys sitting at a table, and they're kind of like, yeah. And as I was walking by, they're like watching me, and they're like, yeah. Doing that, I'm like, yeah. Go leave it to the Scots to make you feel good about yourself when you get stood up. So I'm not, if there's a guy and he's dweeby, I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing it again. I'm not going to be your little ego boost for 2 seconds before you ghost me. Not gonna happen. So, and then there's the super fine ones that either are catfishing or, you know, I don't know what their little game is, but them too. It's like, just need to keep going down the middle of the road with middle of the road guys. Anyway, back to puppy dog eyes. We're sitting there. Now, I noticed it in his pictures on Tinder. His smile and his eyes. And sitting there talking to him at this bar, and I'm like, he reminds me of my first love. First official boyfriend. Like real, like adult boyfriend at, I was 21, 22 years old. And it's like, oh, yep, you remind me of my first love in almost every way. Same thing. About the same height, about 6'1", 6'2", not fat, not skinny, not buff, that just nice in between. The relatively big eyes, big but slightly sloped, you know, like turned this way, like a little bit, hooded eyes, long eyelashes, dark hair, long eyelashes. And and his eyes are green, which he's just like, they're gray. And I go, no, sweetie, no, they're green. And he said that everybody has told him that his eyes are green, but when he looks at them, he sees gray. And I'm like, no, they're green. And so even though he thinks that his eyes are gray, he still put on his passport that his eyes were green. He's like, yeah, I still put it down. Even though I think my eyes are gray. And I'm like, no, they're not. But, yeah, just looking at him, I'm just like, oh boy, this could be bad. That you look like my ex, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, just a sweet young man, and you know, just serious and quiet. And he said that he's shy, but I told him, I'm just like, but you're assertive. You might be shy, but you're assertive. There's guys who pretend to be assertive chatting and will never make a move to meet in person. Just can't do it. Can't bring themselves to meet in person. This guy, he's shy, and he was like, let's meet. You ready? Like the night before, let's meet. No, it's too late. Next day. Okay, so when we meet. What time? And I'm like, so he was very assertive even though he was shy. And after the bar, he's just like, you know, I can take you to, oh God, what did he call it? Sky View, Sky something. Now, I didn't know what he was talking about. I thought it was like a building, on top of a building, looking out over the city. I had no idea. So he starts driving me. And we're getting away from the city center and going into like the burbs, and but it's super cute, you know. But then we start going up like this tree-lined street, like dark. It's getting dark, tree-lined street. And I'm like, where are you taking me? Why are you gonna murder me? He's like, yes, I'm going to murder you as as I get you in my car driving through the city center with cameras everywhere. Yes, I'm gonna murder you. I'm like, I know, but I just have to be sure. So we get up and we're at a lookout point. I've never been to a lookout point because where I'm from in Illinois, growing up, it's flat. There's no lookout points. And so it's like this. It's in the top of a hill and it overlooks like almost all of Glasgow. And it's just beautiful.
You should have played there.
And so I'm like, wow. And I mean, there is a line of cars. a line of cars, at least like 20 cars lined up, all out overlooking this view. And we had just missed the sunset because there was construction to get to it, and I had to pee. We had to stop at a gas station for me to pee or whatever, and he grabbed some snacks for us, and then we went up there. So by the time we got up there, the sunset had already happened, but it was still beautiful. Sorry, he asked me, are you into younger men? And I go, well, I guess you could say, yeah, I am, because I feel young at heart. I don't necessarily look my age, and older guys, I don't want to talk about your 401k and your stocks and bonds and politics and stuff like that. Not saying all older guys are like that. I know there's some older guys that are just like me, young at heart, but but I know for a fact that I could probably, I can be my silly self and probably be accepted more by someone younger. And so I am generally drawn to younger guys. And not gonna lie about stamina. So anyway, I'm drawn to younger guys. And I said to him, so are you drawn to older women? And he's like, yes, I am. And I go, well, have you been with an older woman or something like that? And he said he had. And I go, so I'm your first official, older woman. And he said, yes, which he still didn't believe me. He's like, I got to see your ID. He's like, just your age, because I don't believe you. And I showed him, and he's like, it's got to be a fake ID. It's not, boo. And then I told him, well, you're my first younger man, at least exceptionally younger. And then I go, well, so how does this work? If I'm the older woman, am I supposed to be the aggressor or whatever? And he's just like, I don't know. He's like, probably because I'm shy. And I go, well, all you have to do is ask. And he's like, well, he said, I would ask you first. And I go, well, then ask. And he's like, well, I don't know what to say. And I'm like, oh, munchkin. Oh. So then I just say, can I kiss you? And so then he said, can I kiss you? And I'm like, yeah. And so, yeah. And that was about it. But still, it was like, oh, munchkin. And so, yes, and talking about his features and looking like my ex or whatever. The reason I call him puppy dog eyes is because, like I said, he's got puppy dog eyes. They're big. They're just sloped just a little bit where they're just downturned just a smidge to give him that that sad puppy dog face. Oh my God. I can't. So, yeah. He's one of those just like, you would get away with a lot if you give the right look. But seems like an absolute sweetheart. And we're supposed to see each other again. He works all week, but I'm supposed to see him again this Friday, so we shall see. I mean, obviously, I don't believe anything super serious could come of this. He is 24. And I did ask him, I said, you would make a great dad. Like that quiet, calm, but masculine energy. You'd make a great dad. And he's like, yeah, one day, not really rushing it. I go, well, of course, you're 24. But, yeah, that's something that he'd want down the road, and can't do that for you. So, so yeah, I can't see anything super serious coming from it. But I am open. That's the thing. I am open to let whatever I'm supposed to receive it. And this video has run on long enough. And I will cut it at that. Yeah. So, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit subscribe and then hit the bell to get notifications every time I upload a new video. And as always, thank you for coming on this journey with me. And I love you guys. Bye.